Earth signs, yes or no? No earth signs. You need to let something go. Okay, you're going through a phase, you're going through a transformation when it comes to your stability and or your finances, and you have to continue to be reliable. If not, you're going to be fixated on this, or this person's going to be fixated on you, and it's going to cause you to have a lack of discipline. Alright, you also could be transitioning. You're leaving behind an earth sign. Maybe you feel like you guys had some type of like toxic relationship. You also could be attached to an Aries or a Gemini. This person lacks discipline as well. Maybe you have some type of hope. They're like, oh, okay, well, you know, it'll make me at least happy for the moment. But there's some type of secret and or illusion that you don't know. So at the point that you make this decision and or decide to work with this person, something's going to come to a mental end for yourself. Let it go. Stay your ground when it comes to this person. All right. This is a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn that you are already attached to, an Aquarius, a Gemini, or an Aries. Let it go. When it comes to someone else. Yes. Are they new? Yes. But it seems like right now your mind could be a little imbalanced, okay? So try to make sure you focus your mind. You maybe feel like you're going through some type of unwanted change and or delay when it comes to your energy or something that you want. But, you know, if you know you need to sit something out, you just know you gotta sit it out. It just is what it is. Okay? Let it go. Alright, what else for Earth signs? You could be feeling really fulfilled right now, like you have everything that you need. There could be a relationship in your family that moves slow. Maybe it's just very methodical, or it's very routine, or you just feel like you're on the defense when it comes to this relationship. You're not really sure how they feel about it and or how you feel about this investing or investing in it anymore. It's kind of like you're just seeing it from the bright side of what it is at this point. Maybe y'all only really see each other on social media, or y'all only really like, it's a very detached type of relationship. This is someone in your family. This person could be watching you go after some type of opportunity and or achieve something. And maybe they kind of don't even like it, to be honest. They kind of side-eyeing you for whatever reason. Maybe they're committed to getting something to work for themselves. They're committed to building themselves up or doing something for themselves. It's like, oh, were you able to get this one? I'm going to make sure I get that too. Like they're willing to change something about themselves, whether this is a job or industry, or the way that they look. It's just like they want to look a certain type of way. And maybe you kind of already know that there was some type of secret, you know, competition or animosity, and you're like, hey, you know, I mean, I don't care. I can kind of help direct you. And they're like, no, I don't want your help. I'm trying to do something to take off on my own, and that's going to make me satisfied or whatever. And you're like, okay, well, I just, you know, I'm just trying to tell you a little bit about what I did, but okay, cool. But there's some type of split because you feel like maybe you're not as close to their children, or they're not as close to yours as you would want them to be. Somebody could have lied about something, and maybe you didn't realize this, and this may break your heart. Somebody maybe, even if they didn't lie, they basically saw a lie, or they saw something that was going to happen, or they saw something that could have heartbroken you, and they decided not to say anything. It's like, oh yeah, I see my brother, or yeah, I see my sister about to go, and you know, they tire busted, and they about to get into an accident, but I ain't finna say shit. I'm just gonna let them get into it. I'm just gonna let them crash. I'm gonna let them, and it's like, damn, like you could have told, you could at least have said something. Yeah. They were going to let you go through the thick of it by yourself. Or they did. They did let you go through the thick of it. And it's like, okay, well, you did go through the thick of it by yourself, and now you have some type of clarity. Now you have some type of, like, insight of what to do next, and now they're fixated on you. You also have some type of clarity on how they're toxic, and now you kind of want to move away from them. Yeah. And it's kind of like, you know what? I'm planning on tapping into my own magic. I know I have everything that I need, so I'm not going to feed into this. Nah, you're about to be successful. Maybe you're starting to shop, or you're about to. Something is definitely about to take off. Some type of seed that you planted. Maybe it's already been taken off. It's been a good rise so far when it comes to your business or whatever it is that you've been doing. Your wish is to grow this, though. I think you want to expand this, or you know, juggle multiple ways to improve it somehow, some ways. So you still could be in your head about that. But I feel like things are overall are working for you. But there just may be some type of conflict when it comes to this milestone, because again, you feel like the energy from the people in your family or the people that's supposed to be closest around you isn't there. Yeah, but you're like, you know what? This is just another obstacle. I've got over so much that this actually doesn't seem that big of an obstacle. But you think about it secretly at night. You do when you're alone, or whenever you kind of have type of emotions come up, or you're on TikTok or whatever, and you just feel like, damn, I really did shoulder this burden. I really did build this shit by myself, or I really did, you know, figure out how to do this and, you know, get things to work out in my favor. And he's like, okay, well, I got this little cupcake. I'll celebrate myself. Again, I'll just keep on going. I'll just kind of see where things take me next. Yeah, you are. You're moving. Either you're physically moving, you're packing, or you're just like, okay, well, I deserve a trip, or I'm going to do something for me and my kids, or hell, just me and myself. Me, myself, and I. All right. Well, we got going on for Earth signs. Message for today. Anything for Earth signs? Okay, you could be renting a car. Maybe, again, you're traveling, you're going somewhere, or maybe something's going on with your car. You need to rent one. Okay, they believe you now, even if they don't want to admit it. There could be another Earth sign around you. All right, when it comes to this other Earth sign, if they're new, with this new Earth sign, be honest about how you feel about it. Okay, if you're indecisive and you're overwhelmed, pay attention to why. Figure out why you feel like that. Don't go forward if you don't want to. Okay. Anything else? How do they feel about you? They feel like you're somebody that they can come and talk to and escape with for the moment. Yeah, I don't think it's going to go really much of anywhere. They're trying to get out of some type of chaos, but they still haven't made a decision. Yeah, there's something that they're ending, and they're just kind of using you for the moment. If you want to entertain it for the moment, don't entertain it for the moment. You're going to be like, damn, I really invited you over here for you to cry and talk about your ex the entire time. I wasted my whole night. Absolutely not. You're like, absolutely not. So if they're a new person, don't invite them over. When it comes to this ex Earth sign, this ex or this old Earth sign. Okay, this person could be in their head right now. There could be some type of anxiety about who you're celebrating with and what you're doing. You're just kind of being out and about in the community, kind of just living your life how you want to. You being single and self-sufficient. They feel like you have some type of recognition publicly, or people are looking at you. There is a water sign out here. They want to have some type of success with you, and somehow maybe they know it. They do. Maybe they know that somebody who's out here balanced with their emotions is going to provide you an opportunity. Somebody may know before you do that somebody's going to come towards you. They do. They're going to come towards you to try to either work with you or they've just been paying attention to you, and they will. They're going to give you the idea that this could be a new love, and then you're going to start to prioritize that and start to go through a change. They already know. So they're freaked out about it. Okay. Something about a husband could be going on. Somebody could be moving on from some type of betrayal. This could transition something that you do at work, or what's with the husband? Oh, this is a Tower. Maybe you thought that this was something that was like, oh, this is really not going to happen. Or, oh, I was able to get out of this. Or, you know, this isn't really bad news. Nobody's going to go to the legal system or whatever. They is. They are. They is, y'all. They burning down Dollar Tree. I'm telling you, they is. Something I said burning down. That came down for fire signs reading earlier. So something about a fire or a fire sign could be involved in this as well. Or they invested something into this. But it was a bad investment. So this also could be someone started dating someone who was married, and they dated somebody who was younger than them. The husband found out, and now the husband is trying to go through a system or create some type of despair or whatever the case may be, so the kid or whoever's involved feel the same pressure, or what's going on for somebody's story, okay? For no reason.